All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Hot OMS, the show of hot questions and even hotter wings, where I will interview some of my closest friends after they turn 50. My guest in this inaugural episode still thinks he's too sexy at 50. But let's see if he can still handle the heat. Welcome, Tony Lowy, to your midlife spices.
Thanks,
Tony, how are you feeling as we get ready to embark on this adventure together?
A little nervous. Definitely a little nervous.
Me too. This is my first time also. All right, since this is Hot OMS and not actually Hot Ones, which is the inspiration for it, things are a little different. So I've got some questions prepared, but Tony's also got 3 lifelines inspired by Uno. He's going to have a reverse card. Reverse card. You still have to answer the question, but I have to answer it first. Okay. You've got a wild card, where you get to ask me a question.
All right.
And you've got a skip. Once you use your skip, though, you lose the rest of your lifelines.
Okay. All the rest?
All of them.
That's a little not fair.
Okay. All right, so I guess
do it.
I guess we dive into the first sauce, which is the Hot Ones buffalo sauce. It's 1,800 Scoville units.
All right. This one?
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm hungry. Just coming off beat and a cough, so it's really good that I'm hungry right now.
Let's not lie.
Because these are really big wings.
This is good.
I like how it says 2 out of 10.
I feel a little spice in my throat.
These are really good wings. They're like meaty.
All right. All right, Tony. You worked at Johnson & Johnson for over 20 years and are now the spinoff of that company, Kenvue. So still kind of your first job out of college. Can you tell us all, what do you do?
What I do?
Yeah.
I work in supply chain management, which means I make sure that product's on the shelf when customers want it.
And what does that involve? So you stand in the store and put stuff on the shelf before people want it?
No. It involves planning, making, manufacturing, sourcing of materials to make, delivering the product to our customers, a lot of data analytics, a lot of new product launches to market, so that we make money.
Are your lips tingling at all? You're going for the milk very early. I had some water just to water the link, just I was thirsty from being at golf earlier. So what products, you said the product, what products are we talking about?
I've worked on a lot of products. Started my career working on more Johnson's Baby and Aveeno products. And now I'm working on Zyrtec allergy products, Benadryl, and our cold products, Tylenol Cold, Tylenol Sudafed. And I've touched actually all of our products over the course of my career in some way, shape, or form. But I've enjoyed the consumer products the most because you get to go in the store and see them, especially Costco or Walgreens. It's really cool to see your products being sold.
All right. What do you think of the first win?
That was nothing.
I agree it was nothing, but it does have something that sticks around afterwards.
Maybe I'm like a little nervous about like what it is. I painted the worst case in my head, and that was fine. It's a good start. I feel a little more confident.
All right, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
So for the next one, we're going to be going to Sam's House Smoky. That goes, it's going to more than triple the Scoville units at 6,000.
Well, that smells good.
I don't know if you're supposed to do that before each one, you know, that kind of ruins the surprise. You're supposed to kind of take a bite, see how things go. We're gonna go for the second one?
Let's do it.
All right.
It's my favorite so far.
So 2025 will be the 15th edition of OMS. Old Man Summer, which is our annual guys weekend at Eagle Lake up in Ticonderoga, New York. What is your oldest memory of each OMS participant?
My oldest memory.
Yeah.
My oldest memory of Mike, just beating him at golf at Ticonderoga. Also buying the shirts.
You're getting old if that's the oldest memory that you have of me.
Oh, oldest memory at OMS or
No.
oldest memory of...
Oldest memory of the person, when they entered your life.
Okay. Oldest memory of Mike was when he was at Shamrock football.
Sixth grade. So you don't remember me from fourth or fifth grade?
No, definitely not.
I was a kickball star. Like I came in from Rahway, and I was like cousins with Vinny Ruvolo's cousin, who had come in the year before and became a kickball star. You don't remember any of that?
No, I don't remember any of that. I do remember that you had a knife wound on your arm.
So you're saying sixth grade Shamrock football is your oldest memory. However,
Yeah.
it was actually fifth grade when you spray painted MA plus JA and TA plus AM.
That was fifth grade?
Yes.
Yeah, because it was on Mellow Park School.
And it was that summer of that was happening. So
Sequentially, I don't remember that. I mean, I do remember. Did you know that your father knew about that and didn't report us?
yeah, because somebody saw us do it and told him. He never told me who it was.
That's you. Oldest memory of Chris is also Shamrocks football.
That would be earlier because I didn't start playing until sixth grade, but you and Chris probably played together since like second or third.
But I'm visioning when he was tight end, so whenever he was tight end, which I do feel like it's a few years into, like when we were going to the Shamrocks field, the trailer was on the left. So when we were on the furthest field to the right, which I do feel like was like junior peewees, I remember Chris playing tight end. I gotta go through everybody.
Mark?
Mark, in between double sessions, going to the jukebox and what do they call it, the hot tub in between double sessions, so that's high school. There's probably a memory before that with the dog, the white dog he used to have. I'm guessing that was before that. Who else?
Dustin?
Dustin. Let's see, when, it's definitely high school. Probably. So I feel like one of the excursions out of school.
Are you saying you used to cut school?
I would never cut school. Maybe one of the excursions outside of school, after school.
After school. It was probably like a weekend, but it was like while we were still in high school.
Yeah, with Chris, after wrestling maybe. I do remember a wrestling interaction of some sort, either going to see a wrestling match, something along those lines. Definitely playing basketball with Dylan on the...
Well, that's later though.
I know, but
I said
you're
what's
asking...
your earliest, your oldest memory of each OMS participant?
I don't have a great memory, so that's my memory.
Do you remember? Dustin was with us prom weekend, for sure.
No, don't remember that. I just remember that you forced me to drink during prom. That's all I remember.
And how about Shalom? Oldest memory of Shalom?
Shalom no home. So when I called Shalom, his house before then, before cell phones. You actually had to pick up like the house phone on the wall, dial either, I had rotary, so I either did rotary or the push buttons, but I'm gonna think it's push buttons, and call in to say, probably organize something, and his mom say, "Oh, no home."
His grandmother would say that.
His
His
grandmother.
mom speaks English.
Sure, you sure it wasn't?
It was his grandmother.
I'm gonna
Yes.
say his mother.
All right. We're moving on to number 3. You ready for that? Number 3 is going to take us up to Funky's Stella Fuzz, 19,000 Scoville heat units. That's more than triple the previous one that we did just now. Are you going to smell each one before we eat it?
Okay,
All right.
let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Whoa! Like that coated the whole entire tongue.
Yeah, I got it on my tongue first. My tongue is feeling sweet.
Yeah. So they get hotter than this, huh?
I don't think I have the air conditioning on either.
You think we can put that on? Wow. This would be a little better if I had music on.
There'll be music later.
Oh, do the recording of me when I say you, only you.
Wish. Just getting the. Woo! All right. Moving on to the next one. If you can invite 3 famous people, dead or alive, to OMS, who would you invite and why? Remember, I said famous people. He's looking at his lifelines.
So the reverse, you have to answer first, but I have to answer.
Yeah.
The wild, what happens in the wild? I ask you a question, but we get rid of that question?
Yeah. Sure. Or skip, but then you lose all your lifelines.
I'm not losing my life. 3 famous people.
Dead or alive, that you could invite to OMS.
How many total questions is this? Just
Well, there's 10 wings. I almost got it. It's up there. The reverse. All right, so he's still gonna have to answer it, but he's bought himself some time because I have to answer it first. I would guess. Having just been to the Pearl Jam concert last week, I would bring Eddie Vedder along.
Okay.
I think he'd be a good time. I would also invite Seth MacFarlane, creator of Family Guy.
That would not be fun for me.
It would be fun. Yeah, of course it would be. He'd be really funny. He'd be making a lot of jokes. It would be fun. But, and this is for me anyway. It doesn't matter if it's fun for you. And third, famous person, dead or alive, that I would bring to OMS.
You want me to go? Why you think?
No, because I have to go with 3. You know, some people might think I'm going to say Michael Jordan, and maybe I will. But I'm not sure if he'd be that much fun to hang out with at OMS.
You play cards and Charles Barkley.
Yeah, he'd take all our money. He'd muscle us out. I think I'd go with Tiger Woods. Play golf at OMS. It'd be fun to get some golf tips from Tiger Woods.
Actually, yeah. Actually, that would be good.
Eddie Vedder, Seth MacFarlane, and Tiger Woods. How about you? You had another couple minutes to think about it?
My first that comes to mind is Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
It'd be cool to understand how life was back then, have him sing for us.
By the way, Seth MacFarlane just released a album of Frank Sinatra songs.
Do you think they could sing together?
If we both bring our people, well, Seth MacFarlane's alive though, so
said dead or alive. So. Famous people, dead or alive. I'm gonna have to go with
Emmett Smith.
Emmitt Smith. I was just gonna say Emmitt Smith. You read my mind. Emmitt Smith. I love that he's compounded so many yards and touchdowns in his career, and what that was like working on a team that was so successful. Get some fantasy tips. It'll be a good conversation.
All right, Frank Sinatra, Emmitt Smith.
And I have to say Lady Gaga.
Really?
Yeah, Lady
Why?
Gaga. She was on, we would do maybe a Hot Wings recreation. She did a good job when she was on Hot Ones. And we would actually, she's Italian. She's nice. Lady Gaga.
All right.
Maybe she would sing for us too.
I guess so. All right, we're going to number 4. We're almost halfway.
We would be Shallow.
I don't know what that means.
It's one of our greatest songs.
All right, ready for number 4. For number 4, we'll be going to another hot one sauce, Los Calientes Verde, 36,000 Scoville units.
So wait, you know what Sean does? He actually mimics,
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
and when it mimics me, like you would smell that.
He actually just sits and waits to take a bite and tell you.
So it goes up and down a little bit. You said this is more Scoville?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'm wrong. Is this another bad?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I literally can do what Conan O'Brien and put more on it. So much more, please, you're gonna mimic me.
I have to, yeah.
Oh, it smells good. What is this called?
Los Calientes Verde.
So far, my favorite though is the jalapeno one.
Okay, we're on to number 4.
You excited for the fire coming up?
I'm excited, yeah. I'm excited about that.
I have to say this interview is kind of boring so far.
2025 will be the 15th incarnation of OMS, like I mentioned earlier. Did you get it?
I know I hit it, so just check your food before you eat it.
There's a bug flying around in here, folks. All right, so it's going to be the 15th incarnation of OMS.
15?
What's your favorite OMS memory? And if you can't pick one, you can share a few.
Famous OMS memory. Oh, it's got to be Chris Pagano. Jumping off the cliff. Didn't know what that cliff, the water below the cliff was going to be like. That guy had the guts to jump off. OMS 1 or 2.
So that's the very first OMS where it was just me, you, and Chris. What's funny about that is that just last night we had Chris's 50th birthday dinner last night. So this is a little giving away when we're shooting this. But Dustin was talking about how when he was up at the house with Dylan and one of Dylan's friends, the cowboy hat guy, Big Daddy Dustin, where Dustin told him this is where we jump off, and without checking or anything, he just ran and jumped off. And Dustin thought that was a little crazy, but Chris didn't.
He did? No,
That's that my dad had told us that people jump off of there.
This is true. Well, we didn't know the exact spot.
No, we didn't. But Chris did it. He was the first one, and that's your favorite on this memory.
Yeah, I have a couple other ones. The other ones that come to mind is the building the deck. Was nice. Also, Chris had the idea to actually...
We didn't have time for the hike that year because of the deck.
I know, it was really dramatic. And then building stairs or reinforcing the stairs, and that was a good memory. All of us work with good teamwork.
Panorama.
You can't... and the panorama was good. Besides, the complaining and stuff like that. That was nice, good view. Honor your father, that was good. To honor your father, recreate that picture. But the best has got to be the year of when we had the crazy weather.
That's your favorite memory?
We almost died.
Some of us almost died.
We made it.
All right. So are we ready for the next one? Number 5, good heat. Queso sin queso. This is the sauce where it's a cheese sauce made without any cheese.
It's a weird smell.
All right. You ready?
All right.
Oh, I really like cheese. I like that.
I don't like that either. And it's not really hot. But, oh, there it is. It's a packet through it. But since good,
I don't want to do that because I don't like the taste.
Good
Oh,
host,
don't do it.
Good host.
Oh, man.
Would mimic their guests.
Oh, I don't believe you're doing that. Let's go. Hey, these sauces need to last for 5 more people.
Buy you more if you need more money. Don't worry.
I want to do this. I don't like the taste.
But
And it's hot.
you're a good host, Mike. So far the questions are decent. It's still kind of boring, so you got to step up a notch.
All right, you just made us put more on. You're gonna bite it. Oh God.
Like this one goes to the back of the neck, back of the throat.
Okay, you're a proud girl dad.
Yes, I am.
For those of us that don't have any daughters, what's the best part of being a girl dad?
I don't think it has anything to do with being a girl dad or not. It's just seeing them grow and helping them grow. It's the best part of being a parent. You're a girl dad or boy dad. That was an extra spicy there.
We're halfway there.
I am doing better than I thought I would do.
We're only halfway there.
We're halfway there.
And if you
living on a prayer.
And if you've ever seen Hot Ones before, you know things are about to get stepped up a notch. So that's the first one. Definitely my tongue is feeling some things.
Yeah, another good choice right there. Go that crazy.
All right. Are you ready for the next one?
No.
The next one is Cantina Royale Bourbon Maple Reaper. So queso sin queso just took us up to 52,000. Previously we were at 36,000. So now we're jumping up to 73,000 still for the Maple Reaper. And I got a big wing here. Come on, stop smelling every sauce. Just bite. That's how you find out what it's like. Bite into it.
Bourbon. This is starting to become unenjoyable. That does taste good.
Yeah? I was thinking the opposite.
You got the maple, you got the bourbon, you got the reaper. What do I see? 9 jalapenos.
All right. You're 50 years old, Tom, right? If you could go back in time and live 1 week in any year of your life again, what year would you choose?
1 week. It's like it's just 1 week.
I see the sweats building up. I think that's where we're going to be adding the sound effect for the first time.
What's the wild do? I could ask you. Let's say about 1 week and a half to go with the week I got married.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of excitement, a lot of family around. I thought I was going to be nervous for my wedding. I wasn't. So,
You don't have to finish the one.
But I'm hungry.
Man.
And I want you to suffer.
Woo!
What am I on 6?
That was number 6, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Get married again. Let's get married again.
Me and you? We're going to number 7.
Did you?
Forbidden fruit coming up. 124,000 Scoville units is the next one. It's very red, the sauce.
Don't they go down a little bit and then go back up?
I don't know.
So far you haven't asked the question I thought you would ask me yet. Are you going to ask it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because Sean would have asked me.
I don't know. You ready for the next one? Forbidden fruit?
This one goes to the eyes.
Don't touch your eyes. Be careful, especially these Amazon napkins. The sauce might go right through the fabric. All right, ready? I'm ready. Maybe this next question will be the one I thought I was going to answer.
All right. This one?
Yeah.
What's this? Forbidden fruit?
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable anymore. It's too much.
All right. So, things are getting hot in here. What do you love most about fire? And tell me about the best fire you've ever made.
You know, there's...
Whew.
It's one of the most profound questions of our time. Fire or fire?
Or no fire.
Fires are about a spark. I think the fire that was the tallest that ever made was at Port Fred.
OMS?
OMS.
Or was it a different trip?
No, it was OMS. We did all the kindling from the side. My father wanted all the kindling from the front of the house inside. And it was definitely taller than me.
Alright.
Alright.
My wing was bigger than your wing.
He's okay.
Oh man.
Your nose is sweating.
I know it is.
Fire. Or no fire.
Ah, man. It's hot. You know the next one's the bomb.
Only 3 more, Mike.
Yeah.
You know, this is not that bad.
Ah, man.
I feel like I gotta use one of my life on. It's just no fun.
We're gonna be quiet. All right. Are you ready for the bomb? The bomb beyond insanity.
I am the bomb.
That's gonna take us up to 135,000 Scoville units.
Oh yeah, I feel it, Tim.
Yeah, my fucking tongue and my lips are not doing well right now. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it.
It's an evolution, baby. Nay, nay, come have some evolution.
I don't care. All right. I'll share this one ahead of time. I'm going to ask it now. What are 3 goals that you have for the next 10 years? Woo! I just went down the wrong way. It got the little thing that hangs in the back of my throat. It's on there now. Ah. You have to go to your backup napkin soon.
I think I'm sweating on the back of my back. I should have ate the whole thing right there. It's like pulsating.
3 goals.
First goal would be to support and inspire Eleonora, Alessandra, and Viviana as they it's not helping. No.
I just had snot bubbles shoot out of my nose.
As they make their journey from teenagers to junior adults. So support and inspire Alessandra, Eleonora, and Viviana.
That only counts as 1.
This is actually not fun anymore. My second is to keep on learning. I'm going to learn what I'm going to do for a second career. Maybe that's professor, maybe something else. My third goal is to continue to explore, experience different places with Mary and family. We had a great trip to Italy last year. We're going to a great vacation this summer. And my bonus goal is 10 more OMSs.
Okay. Alright. We're in the home stretch. We only got 2 more, Tom.
I don't think it's actually...
The next one, though, jumps up. We just did 135,000 Scoville units. The next one is 680,000 for Matasonos.
I don't think it's worth it. I don't know how Bill Murray did it.
So from the show, from most episodes, the bomb is the worst. So even though the next 2 have more Scoville units, they tend to have less of an impact on people. Are we ready for it?
No. I really don't think this is fun.
Alright. Matasonos.
So I get a break in between each. You have to go out.
Oh,
Like the small of my back is sweating.
your whole face is wet. Like, looks like you just took a shower. I know I'm sweating too. I don't think I'm sweating as much as you do.
Yeah, you can take hot better than I do. What's this?
Matasonos. This is a 680,000 Scoville units. So this is like more than 4 times what we just did, I think.
Oh yeah. You feel that right away. All good.
All right.
All good. Oh, I got 2 more cards.
You don't have to use them all.
What I should have used it on the last question.
So if you could get paid what you're making now, but could do anything else, what would it be?
Whatever that card is.
The wild card? That means you get to ask me a question.
Oh, I like that. Woo! Mike Adams. I've learned a lot from you. And I've learned a lot from our friends. One thing I've learned is I should solicit opinions from others. And I wish I would have solicited opinions from our friends before I made your best man speech. One thing Dustin suggested that I should have said during your best man speech was, you're the glue that brings us together. One of those glue events is OMS. How'd you come up with the idea for OMS? And why'd you call it OMS?
Yeah, came up with it. So we have something to do together every year that we plan for ahead of time, look forward to, and take advantage of what at the time was my parents' lake house. So it was a free vacation, so it didn't matter if somebody had $5 in the bank account or less, or a lot more than that. There would be no excuse not to come, like financially. Whereas if we tried to like plan a golf trip, which we thought OMS was going to be a golf vacation early on, and the first one had a lot of golf in it. Yeah, like those cost money, a lot of money, so wouldn't always be easy for everybody to swing. So good cheap vacation where we could just hang out without any distractions and other people. And what was the second part of the question?
Why'd you call it?
Old man summer, so that we could grow into it. Yeah, so we were only 35, maybe you were 36 for the first one, which is old to some people. But now that you guys are 50, now it really is old man summer. So now we've earned the name of Old Man Summer finally, and we'll just keep on getting older with it.
And when did you think it was going to become an annual thing?
Immediately, yeah. I wasn't sure everybody would make it as every year, which they didn't at first. But I think we're on at least a 10-year run of everybody being now, which is good. Okay, so back to the question I asked you, if you could make what you're making now. My nose is really hot. Is your nose hot?
Yeah, like it goes there and then to the nostrils.
I feel like the outside of my nose is burning.
I don't like this.
We only have one more to go.
Like it's really.
And then it's going to be your favorite part. You've been looking forward to it.
What have I been looking forward to?
I guess you're going to have to see when you get there. But so if you could be making like the same salary you're making now, so like money's
No,
not
I got to change. I used my wild card for that question.
The wild card didn't say that you don't get to answer your questions, is it? You get to ask me a question. So, he used this skip. So Tony didn't like that question, and so we're on to the last one. The last one's going to take us up to 2.6 million Scoville units. And Tony,
Look at that. Look at that.
it's tradition. It's tradition. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up all the snot. It's tradition on the last wig to add a little extra.
Picked a big one.
It's called the last.
Dude, I don't.
The last dab. And by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but I did a pretty good job giving you all flats.
Like,
One of your demands was all
I
flats.
don't really demanded. That's a little.
I ran out of flats, so you got one last big drumstick. So, all right. So I'm gonna be careful because it comes out quick. And Sean always tells people, be careful. I feel like I have a sweat mustache now.
You know, your nose.
I feel it. It feels like a sweat mustache.
Like I'm tearing, like continuous tearing.
We're almost done. You did better than Jennifer Lawrence.
I do feel proud, but like 7. So 7 was no, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so 7, 8, 9. So the forbidden fruit was the hottest one, or was it the maple?
I don't know.
If I put it, I'm gonna put it on this.
Just a little.
I'm gonna put it on a little on this side. I'm not gonna bite.
No, you gotta put it on the part. That's it. That's good. That's the last step.
That is cray. The experience. Last
This is the last dab experience. All right, gotta bite into that where you dabbed. Ready?
I'm glad I'm not eating all of them anymore. No swarm.
Give me my milk. Woo! Okay. I feel like I need another question, but I jumped around a little bit. So I'm going to jump to another one that I had in my back pocket. If your 25-year-old self suddenly appeared next to you right now, what would you say to him aside from stock and gambling advice?
Kintsugi. Kintsugi is a Japanese philosophy. It doesn't matter if you get broken. So it talks about a base pottery getting broken. You know what happened to Mike?
Woo!
Let me see what word it is. Water actually is not bad.
They say it swishes around and it spreads the heat.
Like I feel it heating up.
So you're saying if your 25-year-old self appeared next to you right now, you would just say Kintsugi?
I'd say Kintsugi.
Okay.
Because I would say, even if you get broken, the concept is you put yourself back together, you put the pottery back together with gold, and you make yourself even better than you were before. So keep on going.
Keep on going, okay. All right, Tony. You're the first guest on Hot OMS. You've conquered the wings of fire. There's nothing left to do but to roll out the red carpet for you. This camera, this camera, this camera. What advice or parting words do you have to the tens of viewers watching this video?
Well, you know, normally Sean would ask, what do you have upcoming that you're promoting? So I'll answer that question rather than your question. So what I have coming up is softball, summer softball with Bridgewater 16U with Alessandra and 13 athletes that I'll inspire. It's coming up next.
Okay.
Mediterranean memories. When we go with the fam over to the Mediterranean Sea, go on a cruise, make some more memories in OMS. My daughter is going off to Westchester. Eleanor will be embarking on her next chapter in Westchester University to be a Golden Ram. August 21st.
And if I were to have another episode of this with the next 50-year-old, do you have any advice for them heading into the...
Do not eat the whole entire thing. Like I was, like just take the bite, especially when you get to the middle.
Woo! All right, we did it.